Jamin AI. Jamin AI.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Ready to go a little deeper today?
Always up for a good dive. What are we exploring this time?
Well, today's going to be interesting. We're diving into, well, it's about demonic influence, but with a twist.
A twist, huh? Got my attention.
So we're looking at how something like Christian faith, something meant to be positive, can actually get, well, twisted.
No, that's a thought-provoking concept. How can something so seemingly pure be used in such a way?
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack. Our main source is a guy named Jamin Bradley, writes this blog, The Exorcist's Bestiary.
Okay, so he's dealing with this stuff firsthand.
Exactly. He's got some serious experience with exorcism, so, he's not just talking the talk. And in this excerpt, Christianized demons. When our faith gets twisted, he gets into how demons can kind of latch onto our beliefs and, well, use them against us.
Wow, Christianized demons, that's a chilling thought.
Right. Like, we usually think of demonic influence as something, overtly sinister, dark, and scary.
Right, like something out of a horror movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what Bradley's talking about here, it's way more insidious. It's like, imagine your own beliefs, the things that are supposed to give you comfort and guidance.
Becoming a source of fear and doubt instead.
Exactly. It's like this subtle form of manipulation, and it can be incredibly effective.
Oh, absolutely. The more deeply you believe in something, the more powerful a weapon it can become when twisted against you.
And Bradley, he actually shares a personal story about this. He talks about his own struggles with, get this, the biblical prophets.
Interesting. So figures many see as like sources of inspiration.
Right. But for him, their words became a weapon. They brought him like intense shame, paralyzed him spiritually. Ever experienced something like that?
Right.
Or something meant to be uplifting just.
Oh, absolutely. It's like the weight of expectation warps the message itself.
Yes. It's like, how can something so positive become so, I don't know, heavy?
That feeling, that dissonance, that's key to understanding how these Christian demons work. It's all about preying on vulnerabilities, on twisting your interpretations, turning your own mind against yourself.
And it's scary how easily that can happen, right? And I mean, the same text can inspire one person and totally crush another.
It's all about how it's internalized, how those words resonate within your own personal experience and belief system.
The thing is, Bradley doesn't say we should, just abandon faith or toss out the scriptures.
Yeah, that would be a pretty extreme reaction.
Right. It's more about, like he says, identifying and, love this phrase, untwisting the distortions.
I like that too. Untwisting. It's like recognizing the distortion without rejecting the whole thing.
Exactly. And he actually uses some pretty, I guess you could say, relatable examples to make this point. He talks about, well, things like sex, alcohol, even video games.
Things that, let's be honest, often get demonized.
For sure, especially in certain Christian circles. But Bradley's saying, instead of just like slapping a bad label on them, what if we try to understand the underlying issues? Why these things become sources of shame and fear.
It's all about nuance, right?
Yep.
Recognizing that the world isn't black and white.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like take alcohol, for instance. It can obviously be abused, but it can also be part of, I don't know, social gatherings, even religious ceremonies.
My family, we always have wine at holidays. It's a tradition.
There you go. It's about approaching these things with like understanding and discernment instead of just, boom, condemnation.
Which is unfortunately what often happens. We get so caught up in the this is good, this is bad mentality.
Yeah. It's so easy to fall into that trap, especially in like a religious context. But that kind of rigid thinking, it actually makes us more vulnerable to manipulation.
Oh, absolutely. It's like
Right.
we're so busy labeling everything that we forget to like actually think critically about it.
100%. And that's where the real challenge begins, right? Untwisting those beliefs. It takes guts to question your assumptions.
Totally. To accept that maybe, just maybe, what you thought was good or evil needs a little rethinking.
And sometimes that rethinking needs to happen in the very places that are supposed to be guiding us spiritually.
And if Satan can tempt Jesus with scripture, it can happen to anyone. It's more about becoming more discerning listeners, engaging with your faith actively, asking questions, wrestling with those tough concepts.
Not being afraid to go deeper.
Yes, because blind faith can be just as risky as, well, flat-out rejection.
In this whole conversation, it reminded me of something else Bradley said towards the end of this piece. He talks about how demons are like masters of disguise.
Oh, yeah.
That they can actually get this, Christianize themselves.
Christianize themselves. Okay, now that's a bit unsettling.
Right, like they blend in so well, we don't even recognize them. It's kind of terrifying, honestly. So how do we even guard against that?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
For real.
It's like trying to spot a counterfeit bill. You got to have a good eye. Be willing to, I don't know, look for those subtle inconsistencies.
Yeah, like those little things that are just a bit off.
Exactly.
This whole deep dive, it's been eye-opening, to say the least. I mean, we've really gone into the shadows of faith today. Learned that even those things we hold dear, they can be twisted.
It's a sobering thought.
It is. But the good news is we're not powerless.
We have a choice.
Right. By, thinking critically, being open to different perspectives, and trusting our gut, we can start to untangle those distortions and reclaim, what faith really means to us. So on that note, dear listeners, we leave you with this. If demons can wear the mask of familiarity, how can you become a more discerning observer of your own beliefs? Until next time, keep asking those questions and keep diving deep.
I opened the book, but the words felt wrong. They weighed me down like a heavy song. Every prophet's cry became my shame. A voice in the dark whispering my name. I thought it was truth, but it turned to fear. A demon's twist where hope disappeared. But you don't run from the light, you mend a part that's been disguised. You don't throw it all away, you just heal what's gone astray. Christianized demons hiding in plain sight, twisting our faith into something not right. But the truth still shines when we clear the haze, repair the broken, untwist the ways. Yeah, Christianized demons, but we'll stand tall. We're healing the twist, restoring it all. Turning love into terror overnight. A twisted vision of God's own grace left the broken-hearted in a desperate place. But you don't leave the good behind. You free the chains, renew the mind. You don't run from what's true, just fix the part that's been used. A shadow turned against the light, but we'll untwist it tonight. Christianized demons hiding in plain sight, twisting our faith into something not right. But the truth still shines when we clear the haze, repair the broken, untwist the ways. Yeah, Christianized demons, but we'll stand tall. We're healing the twist, restoring it all. We're healing the twist, restoring it all. We won't abandon the gift we've been given. We'll clear out the lies and rise with the living. For every truth that's been turned on its head, we'll rewrite the words that were twisted and bled. Christianized demons hiding in plain sight, hiding in plain sight, twisting our faith into something not right. But there's something not right. The truth still shines when we clear the haze, repair the broken, untwist the ways. Christianized demons, but we'll stand tall. We're healing the twist, restoring it all. Christianized demons hiding in plain sight, twisting our faith into something alright. The truth still shines when we clear the haze, repair the broken, untwist the ways. Christianized demons, but we'll stand tall. We're healing the twist, restoring it all.